and Wacken 2023 was a mess. Wacken Open Air was the 7th metal music festival I visited in Europe during the summer of 2023. The 31st of July, I traveled to Wacken by public transportation, so my experiences can be slightly different from others arriving by car or caravan, particularly in the conditions of the muddy roads of 2023. This year, the festival's camping was planned to open on the 31st of July, since the concerts were scheduled to start on the 2nd of August. However, at the time of my arrival at the main train station in Hamburg, appeared on my iPhone screen the following message. The Wacken 2023 management announced that due to weather conditions, the entrance to the camping site area and concerts will be delayed. For this reason, I decided on an overnight stay in Hamburg. Since Wacken is an international festival that attracts visitors from all over the world, the instant announcement about the weather conditions was annoying. The 1st of August, the convenient public transportation to the Wacken Open Air Festival is by a shuttle from Itzehoe train station. Considering the bad weather conditions and experience in 2022, my greatest fears were overloaded shuttle buses and traffic. So I decided to travel on an early train from Hamburg's main station to Itzehoe. There were not plenty of metalheads on the train to Itzehoe. We waited for hours on overcrowded buses in 2022, and in 2023 there were 20 people who waited about 30 minutes for the bus shuttle. The main problem was traffic because of the muddy road and weather conditions. Unlike in the past, you could also pick up the wristband at the bus station in the village after they checked an ID without any queue lines. However, the access to the camping ground, with the equipment, and the placing of the tent were not easy tasks, since of the routes to the camping area were full of mud. In the end, I was among the first visitors to arrive, so I put the tent in a good position at the entrance close to the louder stage. I decided to wander around the festival and the Wacken village, buying the festival shirt and go to sleep relatively early. It was evidence that, as in previous events, the holy ground of Wacken Festival turned into one large mud bath amid the continuous rain. The 2nd of August, following the persistent weather conditions, the mess of the organization just continued. The first bands were supposed to start playing at noon, so I waited with the rest of the people for the festival to open at 11:30 a.m. But after 2.5 hours, when the gates stayed closed, I decided to go to Wacken village to drink beers with my friends. However, when the concert started, the organizers transferred some of the bands to different stages. The concert of Doro had been transferred from the louder stage to the bigger one that was espoused to open only the day after. As a result, I couldn't watch Beyond the Black, which played at the same time. Doro gave a great concert to celebrate 40 years of her career. There were many special guests. She performed with the lead singer of Anthrax for the first time. The ground was full of mud, and the access to the front was hard. The 3rd of August. All the concerts on the main stages had been delayed by 30 minutes. I love all the bands that play on this date, so I stayed there. At a concert of Creator, a mosh pit on muddy ground was the best part of the day. The 4th of August. The highlights of the day were Marty Friedman with Megadeth and the Iron Maiden concert. The 5th of August. On this day, I watched most of the bands, including the presentation of the partial lineup of Wacken 2024. Even though the lineup left me a bit disappointed, I liked the announcement of the next lineup during the festival. The next day, I left the festival early in the morning and took a train to Hamburg Airport to catch my flight home. This was my impression of the festival. Then let's talk about Wacken Open Air. Transportation. My experience of the shuttle buses and public transportation was okay. The sanitation facilities and personal hygiene were in a satisfactory state, and the staff regularly maintained them. There was always soap and toilet paper available, but I did not take a shower during the festival due to the continuing weather conditions. The food beverages. The payment method was cashless. The variety of food was extensive but costly, although I have attended other festivals this summer and the food was expensive. The beer selection was fine. My feeling is that this year there were fewer people, so there were no queues. Shopping. The metal market at the festival is big, but it is expected to be bigger at Wacken. There was a wide variety of merchandise and consumer goods. I found costly rain boots. The quality of cell phone and internet reception was not good, especially in the evening when there were many people in the festival area, and I had to go to the camping area to get the cell reception. Parking for cars and caravans is available at the camping area of Wacken, But this year, it seemed like the camping was empty and the number of tents, cars, and caravans was smaller. The camping was quieter, and there were a lot of rented tents. Atmosphere. The videos make it seem like the atmosphere this year was different, but it's not true. This year's festival was as good as previous ones, but people had trouble moving because of the mud. I had a safe box that had a charger that could be used for the cell phone and the camera. Security personnel were fine, and there were no queues at the entrance. So, there is no doubt that the visit to Wacken 2023 felt different compared to the previous Wacken festivals I have attended, but I had a good time. So this was my review of Wacken 2023, and if I want to grade it, the festival would be 7 out of 10. So let me know in the comments about your experience, and rock on.